Look at this, y'all. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with this? Y'all don't see nothing wrong with this? I'm gonna let this play right here. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with this? Do I really need to break this down, y'all? Do I need to go any further? This is the devil, man. This is genuinely the devil. I don't care what you say. I'm not cowering down. I'm not changing my words. I'm not going to modify it just to make y'all feel better. This is the devil running rampant in society. This is absolutely positively. Look at the white boy in the back. Look at the white boy in the back. Jesus. Nah. Let me read this. Travis R says, didn't like Anton at first based on other videos critiquing you, but I watched one kid and I said that I'm going to dedicate every single thing I have and put every single resource that I have into that child to make sure, as far as to say, shout out to C. C said, so your hairstylist can hear me, C. Turn your volume up. Let me say this. This world is so messed up. It is so broken. The black community, as we know it, the thing that we celebrate the most, which is why I've divested myself against it. And I say that the only thing that I rock with is people based off a good character, and that's going in the direction that I'm going in.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachak, Wadash, Daba, honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and Shalom to the men of the Lord that are prophesying, preaching, and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Shalom, Barakatham. And you just saw the video that was just playing on there. This is the latest abomination coming out of Babylon. Now basically what he's reviewing in this video is something called no voting, no vucking or something, whatever that means. But it's sexual in nature, pretty much. You can kind of get the innuendo there, and it's basically a campaign ad that they're playing on an app, a BLK app or black app that to get Jake to vote, man. All right, now you got Trina, all right, who used to roll with Trick Daddy, an old cockroach looking nigga named Trick Daddy back in the day, who's on the video with him. And you have a grown man, goes by the name of Saucy Santana, all right, and he became prominent and praised. Now this is a grown man, well over 6 foot tall, giant linebacker stature with a BBL. All right, up there twerking, and a means to get your vote. Now he went to this guy's Instagram and just saw that clip that you just saw, because this guy is clouded in this society. He's got over 1 million followers. All right, these are the things that are praised in Babylon the Great. Now this guy on the screen, the issue that I have with Jake as a whole is y'all don't want to do shit until everything's too far gone, man. You should have had this energy and saw how these things were going years ago, man. All right, but now it's too late. Now these are the leaders of society. Now these are the people that have the most influence. Now they can get access to your kids. Now they can tell you what to do. All right, because not enough men have the integrity to stand up and say, wait a minute, what's going on? But it's all prophecy. All right, now you want to withdraw from America, but not under righteousness. You just want a place that you believe that is safe for your kids. But the only safety that there's going to be is in the fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right, because what's coming to this place is a great grand destruction. All right, like the world has never seen. And Although, I'll give you credit for condemning this and calling it what it is, you know. But what's the alternative? What's the solution? To just run to a different country? This is in the country. This is occurring in the country that's dominating over other countries. What do you think is happening in other countries? They're adopting these Western philosophies. So you just fleeing to another country doesn't solve the problem. It's just a matter of time before those philosophies make their ways over there, if this place were to continue. But we know that it's not, and that this place is prophesied to destroy. It's just showing a flaw in your logic. All right. The only way to deal with wickedness is to confront it head on. That's why the scriptures speak about not suffering sin on your brother. You're not supposed to sweep shit under the rug. You see somebody committing adultery, he's stepping out. You're supposed to say something now, because what if that woman has that other man's baby and the father hands over the inheritance to the son of another man? You see how that works? Scriptures speak about not just suffering sin. You have to deal with it head on. And when you deal with it in front of everybody. All right. As the scripture says, you put evil away from you, man. I didn't really have many precepts prepared. I just saw this and I said, let me just do a lesson on this, and say my piece on it, because, Jake is just in that quasi woke spirit. That's why the term woke became popular recently, because y'all know something is off in this place. Y'all see that things are crumbling, like the glitches in the matrix. You're starting to see the seams kind of peel at the edges. All right, but you don't have the full picture. And when we try to tell you, nah, that ain't it, because the truth can't possibly come from some guys that are on the street corners. But we're going to be vindicated pretty soon, man. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3. I'll just start at verse 12. It says, yeah, and all that live godly will in Hamashiach Yahushai shall suffer persecution. All right. So what happens when you talk about these individuals, man? Just say something critical of them, or something, even constructive criticism. What happens? All right. You get banned, you get possibly fired at your job, you get all of these different things. It becomes a threat to you, and this is only going to get worse. We're about to be greatly persecuted. This isn't even scratching the surface, as the saying goes. You see? The persecution is coming, man, because these are the individuals that are at the forefront. Now, what are you going to do about it? That's the question. All right. It says, verse 13, the main point, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse. So while we're getting persecuted, all right, while we can't even speak our mind, can't even say particular things, got to talk in code and do all of this other shit, just so we can try to get the word out the best that we can without getting shut down. While that's happening, the world is is going up in flames, for lack of a better phrase. All right. This shit, it's crumbling, man. America's in a meltdown, culturally, economically, and physically. All right. And spiritually, it never was there. Because this place was born out of wickedness and witchcraft. But now the fruits of it are starting to manifest. That cancer is starting to set in. When that cancer spreads, when it gets to stage 5 or whatever you call it, that's where you start seeing organ failures. Key organs and systems in the body start shutting down. Then a lot of pain sets in. And you go out bad, man. That's what's happening to America. But what's going to happen is the Most High, he's going to throw plagues on top of that, man, because it's your own doing. All right. And you're everything against the Most High. And niggas, the niggas have been condoning it the whole time, man. Now y'all want to say something. The only reason Esau got it this far, this easy, is because you've always had niggas that just sign up with it. The first one to do wickedness, man. The first one. You see? It says, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. All right, it's talking about the men that are in the faith. It says continue. All right, and that's going to come at a cost eventually. It already is. All right, but it says, and that from a child that thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through the faith which is in Yahushua Mashiach. All right, that's really our only hope here, man. This place is hopeless. What more do you need to see? Seriously, what else has to happen for y'all to just start withdrawing from this place? Now, this guy that I had on the screen here, he's starting to get it, but too little, too late, man. And when he quote unquote withdraws, it's to some other wickedness. He's gonna go to another country and eat pork there. He's not coming back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You know, ridiculous. Now, let's see what this place is, which he called it in the video. You can see what he called it. The black community is now, you see, S&G. All right, I'm speaking, you know, the way I need to for the sake of you know, the sensitivity of this topic, you know, on these algorithms. All right, it says, this is Genesis, the 19th chapter. All right, I'll just kind of skip on down, but you read this chapter, you already know how this ends. All right. Yeah, and let me see where I'll start, and I'll just basically end it here, man, because you get the main point, you know. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna just go up just to show you how bad it got. And I bring this out. I brought this out quite a few times, but this is Genesis 19 and 4. It says, but before they lay down, this is talking about the angels that came to visit Lot in the cities, in those two cities. All right. But in that particular city, starting with an S, all right, it says, the men of the city compassed the house round, and both old and young, and the people from every quarter. So this thing was everywhere. It was everywhere. All right. It was just normal. All right. Imagine a society like that. Well, you don't really have to use much imagination nowadays, because that's basically what America has become. And that's why the scriptures have set this place up. It's a cesspool of wickedness. It's a sacrifice. You know, that's right. But what makes it a great sacrifice? The fact that this place is a virgin. All right. When you read the scriptures and we offer up a sacrifice, a lamb, especially in the case of the Passover, all right, what does the Most High require? He requires a lamb that's unblemished, and that's what America is. America has never had hands put on it, man. You can try to cite all these events in the history, but we know how Esau's MO is with the false flags. All right. In World War I, he had the Gulf of Tonkin, not Gulf of Tonkin, but he had the Lusitania. That ship got sunk. All right. And that was the thing that got us into World War I. But we know that Esau set that up just so he can go to war. That this place hasn't really been touched. Same thing in World War II. What was the event? Pearl Harbor. Same thing in Vietnam. What was the event? The Gulf of Tonkin incident. And same thing now in this modern day war on Teist. What did you have? The September 11 event. All right. So but we know, if you are astute in the spirit and understand that that's not America being attacked. This is not that this place is still a virgin, man. All right. And that's my point, is getting back to what makes this place a great sacrifice, is that its pride has been allowed to just wax higher and higher and higher. All right. That's in Isaiah 34. All right. Isaiah 34:6, the sword of the Lord Yahweh is filled with blood, and it is made fat with fatness, with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. But the Lord Yahweh hath a sacrifice in Basra, and he great slaughter in the land of Idumea. All right, and Idumea is a Hellenized version of saying Edom. All right. And so you can see it's likening this place into a bunch of sacrificial animal with a bunch of fat on it. That's the fat from the obesity to the philosophies of this place, to the great pride. You have an entire month dedicated to it, and it's never been touched in warfare. These people that are walking around, they have no idea what it's like. Most people have no idea what it's like to even miss a meal. Most people don't even know what it's like to not have running water. Most people in this, especially this Generation Z, they don't even know what it's like to not have Wi-Fi, man. Social media. So you see how the Lord has just set this place up, and Lord willing, to tomorrow, man, this place is done. Today, man, we're tired of this shit, but that's how bad it got, and that's what happened in Genesis 19. It got really, really, really bad, man, to the point where people were so bold they thought they would put their hands on angels, man. You see? Scoped them out as they came into the city. We're just going to take it. All right? So I'll end it there, man. Hopefully you brothers were edified. Call hello Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rachak Dashwa Abba Babal and Shalom.